Hey guys, it's Dave. Okay, I just entered CAVA. I'm going to go through a quick entry to exit review of the trade. You can see this is my setup here for on my trade ideas account. All right, you can see total volume, float, short float, days to cover, etc. All right, why I got interested in this in the first place was this large volume day, big gap up. It also had a nice base here around this breaking level here. And I was basically treating this as a breakout with a price correction. I'm changing my pullbacks. I just left it as a pullback to a 10 EMA. I'm going to be a little bit more specific and call it a price correction to the 10 EMA. More of a time correction would be like chopping sideways consolidation and letting the 10 EMA come back up. So I'm doing that to see what I trade better, if a setup works better versus one or the other out of what I take. Anyway, so that was kind of the initiation of that base break here, right? Pull back, price correction to the 10 EMA. We get a couple of days of 1, 2, 3, 4-ish days of price consolidation, chopping sideways here at the 10 EMA. Then we get a nice push up. How did I choose to enter? So here's let me hide all of my drawings, I suppose. So that, yeah, it was an earnings gap, right? So what I did is if I unhide everything, I like to look at the 30-minute time frame to kind of give an idea of what's happening on a shorter term. And so you can see this downtrend line was broke. We had a gap up from that earnings, pulled right to that gap up and failed to fill it, right? It just couldn't fill it. There's not enough supply to do so. I entered on this day right here, August 30th at 1340. My stop loss was below the low of the day at 110. I got lucky, but I had my stop in place, but this ended up being a double bottom. It didn't tag me out. I'd missed it by, 30 something cents, actually 30 cents. And it came back, consolidated, broke those lows, came back into that range and just started chopping sideways. Made a new eye here, came back here. You can see price came back into this range, right? My rule is when I entered, I would not sell unless it closed below the 10 EMA. So even here, if it didn't tag me out, it didn't close below the 10 EMA. It respected it here again. So it formed a double bottom, broke out of this sideways consolidation, made a newer high, came back to retest this consolidation, and just continued to trend upwards. I just sat on my hands to let the market do what it wants to do, have some consolidation, buyers, here we go. We can distribute, come back into this range, and it just chops up, right? Higher highs. So the reason why I exited today is rule number one is I'm going to exit if it closes below the 10 EMA. Market's not closed yet. I really don't care. It looks like it's going to close below the 10 EMA. I'm going to take my gains and I'll be happy. I can always enter at another point in time. So it looks like the 10 EMA is going to curl up around here. Why I'm actually getting out here is you can see these highs, right? Right here, I can just pull this across. It broke out of these highs. It spent, I don't know, maybe a day up here. I can change it to the daily, but I'm not going to. Consolidated at these highs, and then look at this. This morning just flushed down. There's not enough buyers to support these highs. And so price has to explore downwards to find where buyers are going to step in and say, yes, this is a decent deal before they accumulate and take it back higher. So structurally, it broke these lows. A lower low has been made, in my opinion, right? And I feel like that's a fact. And also, if this was a daily time frame, look at this pullback, consolidation. Imagine a big old daily candle bar here. Then we get a second day follow through. Then we get 1, 2, 3, 4 days of a short covering, cat bounce, whatever you want to call it. And then it hits back to this consolidation area. You would expect supply in this area. I'm treating this as a supply. And so I exited right around here at like 124.70 or something like that. I did enter at 113.40. Looks like it's going to break and close below the 10 EMA. It's under this supply here. It's not accepting above these highs. I'm going to take my money and run. I got a nice, I think it was a 3.24 3.24R gain on this one. Hopefully that makes sense.